MakingStarWars.net.
Well, golly, we're just in here for a really good stream today. We're just a couple of friends who aren't talking about anything that has anything to do with anything bad that would get a show maybe have to be reviewed for monetization. What?
Have wars in the title. Like,
oh no! Oh no!
Because anything with wars in it is not family friendly. This is thanks YouTube. Smart. Smart.
Is YouTube at odds with mainstream culture? Is this where the culture war has brought us?
Hey, Masters of the Universe has master in the title, so you know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably inappropriate for families. Like, just the logic, Jason. The logic.
Yeah, every time we do a show for like the last, I don't know, I'm still sick, but since we were not sick and then are sick and then this, every single time we do something, I have to go like request manual review, and then as I do, they always say, "Oh yeah, you're good," and it's just like what a hassle for no reason, you know? I mean, how about you just like actually just like look at a channel and see like what a channel's doing, you know? Like the consistent ones, and go, oh, this one consistently doesn't do anything, and mark them as that and leave them alone until they get complaints or something. But anyways, Baymax, like I said in the chat, you should have just brought your friends. Bring the meeting here. You know
Jason,
what I mean? If it's a deal, you're trying to work out a deal on something, I could help, dude. That's why I'm here.
It's Baymax, not Paymax.
Baymax, get paid. Yeah, I like that. Baymax.
So I'm trying. Let me just do a little logic question here, Jason. Right? So YouTube is owned by Google, right?
Yeah.
And YouTube's like, hey, we want to make sure that our advertisers aren't having their stuff advertised on inappropriate channels, right?
Sure.
I'm like, well, Google does ads, right? They get ad buys
all the time.
Like,
AdSense is all over the place.
Last I checked, I can look up porn or whatever the fuck I want on Google. Right?
Oh, now we're demonetized. Just hit the P word.
But what's the fucking difference? Like,
right.
I'm stupid, Jason. So you gotta break it down for me. You know what I mean? Like,
man, I didn't even realize today was like Tuesday. I wanted to be on Santa's show. I was sleeping. I was in a little cocoon. I was like that, and then I woke up and I was like, But hopefully, I'll get to do Santa's show on Thursday.
You're like that's a show. That's a movie they should remake. They should remake Cocoon, but with angry Gen Xers.
Right? They imagine everybody on that boat. They have like Botox and big old lips and stuff. Like, I got big old lips. I'm gonna live forever.
And they hate vaccinations. You know, I still think one of the best things lines in a movie written in the last 10 years was in the Knives Out, the first Knives Out, when Homegirl says, "I read a tweet about a New York Times."
Honestly, I like Glass Onion less than Knives Out because of that line. like not, they're different movies, but that line was so good.
My only thing with Glass Onion is that because they're stuck on that island, there's no real like chance to get like a momentum going. Like, remember the dumbest car chase, right? Knives Out. Like, you can't move around the setting too much. It's just them sort of talking, which is a great angle. I just think film. If you're gonna be on an island that looks like Mist, take all them puzzles that was in that box at the beginning of the movie and split them up amongst the rooms, like watch these people try to solve stupid shit while he's just, man.
Ryan and I, we were both playing Mist during the lockdown, so it had to have been on his brain to some extent. Mist came out on Oculus Quest during the.
It's a Mist island, right? But a dumb Mist Island. I'm all for the guy who made this Mist Island is an idiot. I'm just like, man, just push it further, man. Let's go for a second draft. Let's plus this. Let's plus it. You got the budget. Waste that Netflix money, man.
All right. Amy Tora is asking, will we see Kathleen Kennedy extended Skywalker in the Ahsoka series? No, will we see Luke Skywalker in the Ahsoka series? To the best of my knowledge, the answer is no. But I expect it. I mean, don't you? I mean, just based off of like what we know is going to happen And
I mean, they threw Palpatine in fucking Kenobi series, like at the end. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, so sure, why not?
I mean, yeah, I could see it happening, but I think it also depends like on where it ends. Like, I sort of know where the characters are pretty much at by the end of the series right now. Not 1000%, but like, very close about where everyone sort of is. And so what I'm trying to say is I don't know if that's going to align well with Luke Skywalker showing up yet. And like Luke Skywalker's a band-aid. Don't know what to do? Call in the Luke. People are going to get emotional. People are going to get excited. People are going to be like, "Oh my god, I didn't even notice that they didn't write an ending to that episode." And I don't know how many more times they can do that,
I did.
but yeah, I did too. But
But,
overall, I still see people not really figuring out that it like, oh, that was cool, but that wasn't cool for the show necessarily. So
so
I'm
that show
hopeful.
needed that. Like, I'm not
Yeah,
disagree.
no,
It
no,
needs
no. I'm
anything.
talking about Mando season two's ending. Like Mando
Oh,
season two had
right.
its ending kind of robbed. It actually did have a good ending, but it was sort of robbed by. They were like, "Oh, it's so sad Grogu leaves. Let's put this happy thing next to it." But the happy thing next to it is real and personal in the sense of our relationship to Skywalker in reality, not in that universe necessarily. So I don't know. I'm a bit, like I said, I'm a bit mixed on it, about the idea of using him in those ways. And I hope we're to a point for me now where I don't want Luke just going, yes, Grogu, Ezra Bridger, he has fear and anxiety. Will he overcome them and become a Jedi? Come with me in my temple built by spider robots. Like, there comes a point now where I'm like, I don't want Luke actually like being an active
Hey,
participant in the story and not somebody that you can walk with,
hey,
you know?
man. Hey, spider robots are in Avatar. Spider robots are in Star Wars. It's the thing that binds them. They get blue aliens and spider robots. Bind them together.
I keep trying to tell this guy it's not about spider robots, and he keeps saying it. I'm like, George Lucas, when he says it's not about spaceships, that's what he meant. Rob doesn't understand. No,
I keep thinking, my first experience with a spider robot. You
what?
remember?
Wait, you've had an experience with a spider robot?
I
Roll
did.
that back.
Toys
Roll
R Us
that back.
commercial. There's a Toys R Us ad from like 1984 or 5
Mhm.
where there was these like little like robot like toys that had like looked like a spider, but you would pump it up with air and then it would jump.
Yeah.
And they had these little like line of toys, and I never knew what they were called. I always wanted one, but I wasn't ever cool enough to get one of those spider
Two
robots. So.
things for no reason. Remember Stompers? Those were badass. And then number two,
Oh.
I think my first spider robot was a He-Man toy. It was black with red legs, and it
Eh?
walked. You put batteries in it, and it didn't sell well, so it ended up at Pick and Save. So my grandparents got it for me for Christmas, and I was like, cool.
Yeah, I'm saying we have the Gen Xers, man. We got a long history with spider robots.
Spider
We just don't
robots.
know it. They've been there the whole time. We just
Yeah.
never knew.
All right. Santa says like the show, like my show, like Santa's show. Subscribe to Santa's show too. I love Santa's show. It's good.
Yeah,
Santa's show.
Jason's not long for this world. You better subscribe and
I'm
give him
not.
money.
I'm
So
not. I
like,
mean, if these people keep pissing me off, these
yeah.
Star Wars leaks morons. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like every fucking time, dude. Every time it's like without me, you fucking idiots are running comic book previews, and then I do something good. I bring a
He doesn't
story.
swipe at Paul.
No.
Because he does
No,
marvelous Star Wars
no.
where I was like, all
No,
right, just
that's
saying.
that's on point. That's what
Okay.
he's supposed to do. Star
Okay.
Wars leaks goes when it gets dry and they start posting like comic book previews of
Oh,
like the next Star
previews. Yeah,
Wars
that's
comics.
bullshit.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they don't have. They're like, oh, we don't want our community to die, and then they're like, and then now they're just like
The worst
copying.
Yoda. The worst
Yeah.
Yoda impersonation I've ever heard, by the way.
Well, now they're like copying my fucking my articles practically, putting them in, waiting for Bespin to write it, which is fine. Bespin should write it up. That's great. And then they go and then they link to him and they copy. It's like if any of this is true and you are doing that, that still makes you a piece of shit. But we know it's not true. We know all of the stuff that isn't true. The fucking reality of my situation is that I have a fucking idiot who went into my DMs and then fucking blew it up, turned it into a thing. And I've proven it, like
All
through
right.
and through. And I
Sorry
got
about
like,
that, Jason.
there's like fucking pictures like on fucking Reddit of that person at the same time as all of this going and talking about flashing people against their will.
What?
I got it right here.
Just they
I
just
have to
install
censor it.
Flash on their computer.
Oh,
Was
not that kind of Flash, friend.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, Flash. I mean, Newgrounds. It's not that
Oh,
bad.
yeah. No,
Not
going
great.
and then going. Grogu says, "Subscribe to my OnlyFans," and
Only
posting.
Thrones.
Yeah, doing that kind of shit because she was using Star Wars to push her OnlyFans. And the comedy of it is the people that go against me all got DMs from her after saying, "Hey, want to join my OnlyFans to see my
So,
fucking body?" And it's just like,
so you're saying I shouldn't have joined the?
no,
I'm a mark, Jason. My wife knows it.
I mean, honestly, I think there's better ways to spend your money on OnlyFans, to be honest with
so
you.
does my wife, but she's like, why? And I'm like, I don't know. I was curious. I just wanted to see.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
yeah. But they go and then they allow stuff. They allow people to say that shit there.
I subscribed to James OnlyFans, but it's just him doing jazz dances. Like,
that's fair.
It wasn't even. I'm a mark for it. I'll do anything. I'll watch it. Sure. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then you got these people like Alden Diaz on Twitter who go around and going like, just so you know, a pro pros. I say a pro pros, and it's like I say a pro pros, and then saying stuff like that, like hey, just so you know, you guys. And it's like, Alden Diaz, you fucking idiot. Can you not take in new data? There's new fucking data, okay? You thought one thing, now it's time to think another, you fucking moron. And fuck you, Jordan Mason, you fucking karate doing fucking bitch. What a fucking idiot.
Eagle Fang.
That
Jason.
little
he prefers Eagle
pander. Those who can't teach, right? And all he does is
teach
people about how he's the best. You don't need Jason Mud. And they watch me do karate in the front yard. Hey, I need to go to the dentist. Can I have $5? Hey, my kids need medicine. Can I have? How about you stop fucking worrying about me, you fucking fat bitch, and start fucking taking care of your kids? You fucking moron. I'm over you. Ooh, I fucking hate these fucking people. These fucking they're the worst. They're fucking disingenuous fucking liars. And they fucking know it, but they're so fucking thirsty for validation. You're not gonna get validation.
Jason,
I've broken the internet hundreds of times. There's no validation to be found.
Jason, when you're this angry, you got to do it in the Macho Man voice. Or you're gonna be,
oh yeah, brother.
You're
I'm gonna step into a Slim Jim. I'm gonna do karate in the front yard.
Yeah. Crane dick, cream of the crane, right?
Yeah, fuck those people, those fucking disingenuous fucking liars.
Also, like and subscribe to the channel, right? Give us a thumbs up. Like,
oh no, plausible denial. Can you catch some of the slow people in the class? What is this about? Oh, like a while ago, this fucking girl comes into my DMs and we're talking about Star Wars and we're friends. And she hits me up all the time. And for the record, I posted like every chat we've ever had. And then she starts she's drinking. She tells me to drink. I'm like, nah, okay, fine. And then she sends me now for the record, these pictures she sends me are her in a Rey costume with cleavage. That's what she shows me. And she wrote a bunch of social media people on her tits because she wanted, I don't know why she did. I remembered why. You could read the chat and find that
Everyone has fun on the internet, right?
Everyone has fun on the internet. Well, then it turns out, I guess she's in Canada, but she's like about to turn 21. And so the Star Wars Underworld guys are all like, oh, she's not, you're buying her alcohol and getting her to drink. No.
Oh, this story again.
Yeah. This is where it all fucking starts.
Yeah.
And then
Jason, this is when I abandoned you. I was like, not my problem, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, right. But I at least didn't tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why buy?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah. We all did.
Yeah.
Then we came back.
No, but like I said, these fucking people. So anyways, though, makes it sound like I don't know. She made it sound like anything that she needed it to make it sound like in the aftermath of that, the Star Wars Underworld guys and her. And then this one kid's all like, oh, Jason, I had DMs with him. I'm only 15. But I posted everything from that. I didn't
Yeah,
even
there's a whole
joke.
video, folks.
I didn't even jokingly flirt with this person at all. Like, you could read the whole thing. She said her dad was like had cancer and shit, and I was like, hey, if I get any Star Wars gift cards for the movie, because I would get those sometimes. I was like, I'll toss one your way so you could go see the movie. It wasn't like I was like, hey, let me send you to the movies or come to the movies with
Listen,
me. What's your
I
PayPal?
worked on Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. I get kids all the time hitting me up. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, but there
people
were
hit you up. You
there
know,
were
like
people who made it sound like me DMing with a 15-year-old was somehow wrong. I get dozens of DMs every day. Every fucking day. Back then, I
yeah,
was getting
because they want
hundreds
to.
of DMs.
They want to. This was, remember when all this went down, folks. This is when Cernovich was trying to attack James Gunn for fucking a Halloween party costume, you know, making fun of priests. You
Sure.
know what I mean? Like, and trying to say, but you know, that was how the internet was at that point. They're like, let's just, anyone we personally don't like, we're going to take out. And Jason's still bitter about it, but I can't blame him because, I mean, I abandoned him. Like, we all just cleared out the way. We'll let Jason take the hit, right?
Look. If what those people were saying, no, but Rob, if what those people were saying was true,
right.
1000%, I would not. I'd kill myself if that was true.
Oh, don't do that.
No. If I was going after fucking teenagers, if I was doing that, I would, and that was my thing. I wouldn't want to be alive. I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying though? I wouldn't fight it. I'd be like, fuck, caught. I'm a piece of shit. Blah 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 blah. And at first, when that person was saying like, oh, all this stuff, I was just like, I don't want to be that. So I was like, the adult, when she was like saying that stuff, I was like, hey, it's my fault. Like, I blamed myself immediately.
There's a whole video. We know she got her agreements to all that. I know.
But these people are doing a concerted effort to continue the false narrative. And then I even have a phone call with her recorded that you can hear where it fucking exposes the whole fucking thing, and it's in that video. And these people at Star Wars Leaks, they want to promote Star Wars Newsnet. That's why Star Wars Leaks was formed. That's what the moderators do. That's like the whole thing. So it's best to keep me at arm's length, take my content, and then frame me as being this fucking monster. And I'm an asshole. I make bad jokes. I do all kinds of stupid shit, all kinds of things just to not like me. That's fine. But to go and say like, oh, fucking, like I'm a fucking predator, when number one, I'm talking to adults, and what happened was with adults, and I didn't ask that person to send me anything. They sent me what they sent me. I didn't ask for, and I never actually posted it. But it's just kind of funny when I go and I look at fucking Reddit, and at the same time, she's like, give me money, posting fucking nudes, and then acting like somehow it's in reaction to me. Like,
that's all
oh my
grip,
god,
Jason.
It's a fucking grip. She like posts pictures of herself in front of like Star Wars posters and shit. Like, hello, she's nerd baiting is what she's doing. Classic fucking nerd baiting. And
I like you didn't make that up, right? Or did you? Did you make that up? Nerd baiting?
I don't think so.
I like that.
But,
It's the first I've somehow not heard that one.
Yeah, but that's what she's doing. She's marketing, and then these fucking idiots are like, well, I took in something and I want to pretend to be a crusader on the internet. So you know what? This guy who does something I can't do, like in Jordan Mason's case, this guy who's way better at this thing that I wish I can do. Well, I'm just going to go against him. Then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say I'm not going to do it anymore because I'm taking the moral high ground. Because if this was a contest, he got fucking dunked on. I was like that guy in the commercial who says Kobe. I said Kobe, and it went in.
These guys, they're like, you ever see Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Mm-hmm.
When they get on the van and there's Sean William Scott or whatever is like hanging out with those three chicks, and he's like trying to be the cool ultra lib, right? To like he just wants to fuck him and shit. And they have to expose him for his fucking bullshit game. Like that's 2001. That, you know what I mean? There's nothing new about that bullshit.
Nothing new about. I mean, even like the early version of that was in Animal House, the guy with the acoustic guitar. I think that's even like an extension of that. I'm very sensitive. That's like a different version of it. Yeah. Fuck those guys. And But
I gotta be honest, if I'm gonna watch Animal House or Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, I'll probably watch Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Right.
I know. I
But
know even Kevin
but
Smith wouldn't agree with that, but
yeah, but the fucking idiots who want to go and do this shit, I'm gonna start fucking calling them out. The
well,
people
here
that
because
are
we don't want to hear it. Like,
yeah, probably. I
can
mean,
you do that video without me? Like,
you don't have to come that day.
huh?
But
Okay.
no, it's
Well,
just
I like delayed gratification. So, but
yeah, I'm fucking over it though.
oh,
Like I
oh,
said, these are people, and what's funny about a lot of these people, like that across the galaxy guy. That guy goes and acts like now like he's above spoilers, and it's so wrong, and
who's
how
that?
could they? He's this fucking idiot who like begged to be on my podcast network and was on my podcast network, who was
Wait,
literally
what?
profiting off of making Star Wars for the whole impetus of his fucking infancy doing this, and then goes and fucking acts like he's above it now because he sees me as being in a bad political light that he can now grift off of. Fuck you, you fucking phony. I can't wait to run into you guys someday. I can't wait to fucking see you in person and tell you how I feel about you in real life.
Jason, you
Hmm?
stop eating at Earl's sandwich. I don't think you're gonna run into him
Oh, I don't
anytime
eat
soon.
Earl sandwich. I'm a fucking man, baby. I'm Togo's bitch.
I drive
I
past
know.
that Earl's sandwich anytime I go to the dentist. And I'm like,
Yeah.
fucking, I'll
No.
never forget that episode.
No, I hate
Making
Earl
Star.
sandwich. That place sucks.
Yeah.
Star Wars Meg says, Jason, you've been through a lot. Kudos for being part of the Star Wars community, my friend. You deserve better. Thank you, Meg. I love Star Wars, Meg, and
To be fair,
I appreciate somebody who keeps it real.
to be
You know.
fair, Jason, that's subtle shade against me. She means you deserve better co-hosts.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Meg, 100%, Meg, 100%.
I hear you. I agree, but I'm the only
Mhm.
one who's available between 2 and whatever every fucking day. So everyone else has a job.
That's true. Yeah, but fucking COVID has killed my filter. Sorry, guys. I don't feel good today, and I ain't gonna put up with none of this shit. Um, COVID's a bitch. COVID's a bitch too. Star Wars makes sense. Isn't like Star Wars like 90% of the mods on that sub? Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Well, here's
Like,
how fucking bad they are, Jason. Just from an average fan point of view, I didn't even know, like, because I would listen to Harloff on Jedi Council back in the day, and he would always quote Star Wars Newsnet, and so I would want to go, I want to see the full article
mhm.
on this fucking news, and then they would somewhere in there it was making Star Wars. I'm like, which one is this fucking thing? This is
Oh
confusing.
yeah,
And then I was like, and then when I realized it was you, I'm like, oh well, fuck this shit. I cut out the middle man, went right to you. I'm like, I don't fucking need
yeah.
this shit,
That's
you
because
know?
they had some sort of like, I don't know what you call it, like sponsorship kind of that, like a deal like through like the same person or something. So yeah,
I mean, they do credit you now,
but
but what I'm just saying is there was a time
oh
where
yeah,
it
yeah,
was
he
like,
was Harloff was always good at
yeah.
like there was a couple of
But
mistakes, but
they
nothing big.
weren't good. It was what I'm trying to say. You go to the Star
Mhm.
Wars Newsnet, and it was confusing to figure out
Yeah.
how they were
Oh
getting their info, who it was coming from. It was I had to do. I mean, I don't know. I'm stupid, but I'm pretty smart on the internet. Like I know how to search for things. You know, like I'm a
mhm.
spoiled child on the internet. I like to
Yeah,
know where
I know how
shit
to do
is. But
research. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Google research,
Google
but
keywords.
well, now it's Chat GPT research. You know, and I just trust anything the fucking AI tells me. But yeah. So these guys, you know, it's crazy, man. Like I'm still struggling. We didn't give out awards for 2022, right? But I'll give Jason the fucking Jason Investment Bulletin. Like, I mean, that's it, right? That's it, Jason. You and Basement Bulletin. That's it. That's all there is for the
Yeah.
fucking inside knowledge. Who else had all the Kenobi fucking shit before it came out? Like that. If that was all you did, Jason, if that was it, like you fucking win the fucking Star Wars internet.
Oh
You
yeah.
should be, you know, like who else? I haven't. I don't know, man. Like I don't know. I don't understand.
I mean, if people thought for 1 second, if any of that shit was true, do you think my sources would still be speaking to me? You know? And then the other thing is who do you think my sources aren't Lucasfilm? Because my sources are Lucasfilm. That's why my info is good.
Yeah.
There's no
Mansville talks. You just
there's
get some fucking. You want those Shirley Temples in them. Not even have to be alcoholic. There's a Shirley
no,
Temple.
but there's like they make it sound like I'll see those people talking about like where I get my info and shit, and it's just like, God, you don't even know the first thing about how this works. But
here's I can just give people
and the
an
only other
example.
person in this whole time that's ever known how it works is Bestman Bulletin. Because you know why?
Yeah.
He listened. He listened to how I'm not saying I'm responsible for all of that guy's success. I don't mean to say that. But if I played any part, he listened.
No, yeah, he did.
And like, you know what I mean? And he
he does boots on the ground shit. He gets chased by security guards like Jason got chased by security guards.
Yeah, I mean,
how many of these guys are willing to do that, Jason?
He's
None.
the Velma to my Daphne. That's what I say. I mean, we're like, you know, running around with Scooby and shit. Yeah. I mean,
have you ever said? Did you see the Latino Scooby Doo sketch? By the way, you definitely look up Latino Scooby Doo. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I love the dog's voice. It's so good. It's got a little. They have an ice cream truck and a Chihuahua for a dog. It's fucking great. But
plausible denial says Jason. The only thing that got me squinting was the UFO stuff, but I assumed it was in jest, right? I don't know, man. No. The UFO stuff is a genuine like thing that we and a lot of people in the community, our little cult here, our little UFO cult are
and Lucas. And George Lucas
and George, but
and Steven Spielberg.
But also, we don't ever say like this is we just ask questions and look at stuff and go, that's interesting. And I never go like, oh, that's 100% real. The reptilians are coming or anything like that. Like I don't buy into
they are,
that.
but it's delayed gratification. It's not.
I even like I wouldn't say I'm like I wouldn't say like I take what Jacques Fillet says as being like the gospel.
Fillet,
Jacques
Fillet of fish.
That's gonna be my new name when I do the UFO show. Jacques Fillet of fish. No, but I do subscribe to the concept that there is something to it, but I don't think it's little green men ready to land on the
and if you do, who cares? Half these fucking people on this fucking planet think there's a fucking Santa Claus in the sky, and they're gonna get to hang out at like fucking Togos for all of eternity when they've croaked. So
me and Meg literally hang out with Santa Claus like twice a week right now. So you're sounding dumb to us.
I said in the sky. I didn't say on the internet.
Do you know where he's streaming from? You're making an assumption.
Well, the NSA does, so Santa knows.
Oh,
I may not know, but the NSA does.
Yeah. No, exactly. 100%. And like I usually think that it while I would love for the world to be more interesting and for it to be UFO laden and all that kind of stuff, most of the time there's like more interesting things going on.
And these people care about sports stats, Jason, but it's the UFO shit that weirded them out. Like, who cares about sports stats? How'd that ever make the world a better place? Figure that one out.
What sports stats?
Yeah, any of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Any of them.
Uh-oh. I think you might have woken up Santa Claus, dude. I think Santa Claus is coming to town. Just gonna let you know right now. I think Santa's coming to town. I think you did it. Hold on. All right, Santa Claus coming to town. There we go. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Meg is my Meg has some good stuff, says Dale. It's true. Like Meg is my favorite person who generally just like covers the news and the happenings and the theories, but by far I think she usually as an editor finds the most interesting theories to pull out. She knows this crazy guy. I don't know if you could hear us yet. I think I might have put him in too early, but that's how we do it. Can you hear us, Mr. Claus? Nope, we can't hear you, Mr. Claus. I don't have him.
Oh, Jason!
Can't hear you.
Oh, Steve Claus is here.
There I am. No, I heard your topic, Jason, and I just felt like I would give my perspective. It's not dissimilar at all from Rob's. Is that back in the day, I heard some crap that you got yourself into some questionable ethics issues, and it's like, whoa, this is bad. I'm out. And I wasn't a content creator at the time, but I was like, that dude seems to be a little shady. So
I'm definitely shady for the record.
I'll keep
but
it
not
arm's
that-
length.
Yeah,
But then our friend Baymax, a few months, right before we first started collaborating together, Baymax said, "Hey, I think you ought to reach out to Jason Ward, see what that dude's up to, and see if you can figure out what's going on." And so I did. I reached out to you directly. We started some dialogue. We had a discussion, and I was satisfied that you provided enough information for me to determine that your character was different than what I had understood.
Naughty or nice? He goes,
Well,
back in the nice category.
I didn't say nice. Let's not go that far.
No, don't go that far.
But what's in between? Naughty, nice, nifty? Like, is it like, what is it?
Santa had like 4 pieces of coal. He's like 1, 2, and he just put 1 piece of coal in at the end. Like,
Yeah, no, it's
It's
just
too valuable in Russia right now, bro. You can't be just giving away coal.
you're not wrong. I've had to change the economics of the naughty
Give out
list.
NFTs. Give out
Coal is
NFTs.
right off the list, right? I can't. Santa can't afford the carbon footprint taxes in Europe for distributing coal. Can't do that.
Yeah.
But no, just saying. I went to you directly. We started some conversation, and then you have provided an in-depth video where you detail all of it. I think you ought to leave it there. Like, hey, this isn't the case. You want the information, you can go see the in-depth video that details all of it. And if there are any other questions, you're an accessible guy. People can reach out to you. I did.
I am.
Rob did. And and our friend Meg had similar questions. She reached out to me and said, I'm hearing some weird stuff from folks about Jason. And I said, hey, you need to determine his character for yourself, for your channel. And we, for the health of your channel and what is best for your future, you should talk to Jason directly. And that's where we are today, is that we're not.
And why does Santa let children starve in the world, right, Jason? Well, since we're checking character out, you know what I mean?
My thing is I put out everything. I
put out
everything. I put out the whole
I've
thing.
heard that.
Yeah, I put out every single thing that they use to distort.
Yeah.
And there is no way anybody could logically look at that content and then what they said and then draw those conclusions as being accurate. It was thesis-driven research. They had a thesis. They went and found what they needed to throw out to make it seem like that, like it was one thing or another. They beat me up. And then honestly, like at first too, when that stuff happened, I was like, at first I blamed myself. And then I got angry about the 15-year-old thing because that was just complete garbage the whole time. And then after that, I was like, I started trying to make that video, but I just didn't have the will. I just felt so crushed and like attacked and torn apart. Then she called me. And when we talked, she had a much different tune because she didn't want me to put those chats out. And as she was saying that, I was like, record, because I knew that she was trying to manipulate me. And so then I got her saying everything that she said. And then that's when I was like, all right, fine. But I was like, you know what though? I'm like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she does feel this way. Maybe it is sincere. And that's why I sat on it even longer. Because I was like, I wasn't looking to F her over. And then when I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm back. I'm on the beat. I'm down there. You and McGregor, we're together. We're friends. Not really, but we're doing stuff, Then she comes out and tries to do the grift again. And that's when I was like, okay, gloves are off. And with the gloves being off, that's when I put out the video with the phone call and everything that was in it. And you want to know what's even funny? I've even found more stuff since then. I found her DMing me on Facebook and thanking me for talking her down. And that person, by the way, claims to have 11 personalities. Claims to have 11 personalities. That's, you know, that little girl on Stranger Things. That's all of them. All 11 of them.
Well, to be fair, they did it on Akira first, Jason.
Okay. All of Akira as well.
Look, I just wanted to come in as your friend, somebody who has gone through this, and say, let it go, man. Just you have got to quit giving oxygen to this thing.
And I say one bad thing about Santa and he shows up. You know what I mean? I say he doesn't exist. He's here in 2 seconds and he's telling you to let it go.
No, I'm just saying, I know that other people are feeding it oxygen and you're trying to put it out.
Yeah.
I understand that. But I think the video addresses it, and for you to keep having to address it isn't right. I don't like it. And that's just as your friend. I hate that this is something that you have to keep chasing down because you've addressed it. And for the folks that just want to keep rehashing debunked information, discredited facts, then you can't chase that forever. The internet will live forever, and you've got to keep on point, on message. And as for anybody out there listening, there's information. Search it out. That's all I wanted to say is
Santa. But remember that when people bitch about Avatar and say it's irrelevant, you remember that. Right. You remember all that thing you just said.
But what is important though is that information. If you just go listen to what Jordan Mason says, then you just get this like stupid perspective on it that is completely skewed, full of innuendo. They need to look at my video where I put out everything that they use to make their argument, because it's all there. You can clearly see the conversation. You can clearly see me not even like man, these people should see when I'm actually pursuing somebody and we are in dialogue, the difference. I would never put that out, but it's completely night and day between because I'm like, hey, are you interested? I straight up ask people, are you? I don't like beat around the bush and play the like. I don't know.
You tried to lure me to an Olive Garden, Jason.
I did, but they have unlimited breadsticks
during COVID. I mean,
breadsticks is innuendo for his wiener.
And can you just address? I mean, the foundational thing that this 15-year-old was involved. Correct me if I'm wrong. There was never a 15-year-old involved.
There was in terms of being involved. No, a 15-year-old DM'd me and was like, "Is this stuff about Kylo Ren dying true?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's true." And then she was going around the internet going like, "Jason Ward is a fucking liar. There's no way Kylo Ren dies. He's our Ben Solo. We love him." She was like a hardcore Raylo. And I'm like, look,
Tanner, you let little kids sit on your lap. No offense. I mean, we can paint anything in a bad light. You know what I mean? Like, you take money for it. I'm just saying, anyone can take anyone's fucking stuff and paint it in whatever light that they choose to when they have an agenda. You know,
that's what my point is too. I agree with you, Rob.
But that kid was then manipulated by these people to make it seem like, oh, you know, when he was talking to you, he was trying to get you. They're the ones who actually manipulated a child. They're the ones who made a child think she was victimized when she wasn't, in effect, victimizing her in that moment by believing that was what happened when it wasn't what happened. That is the ultimate irony of the whole entire thing. My thing is like, nah, I think he's dead. Sorry, I don't know. I'm not saying he comes back to life. Right now, I don't have that he comes back to life, because like at that point, I didn't have that he got like how the resurrection what happened, because they were still filming it. And I'm like, but right now, right now he doesn't come back. Right now he dies. And then Rey goes and fights Palpatine. And
the real victim is that she cared what happened in the sequels.
But it's like, but I have people who DM me every single day, constantly, from all ages, all walks of life. And it's the content of the conversation that matters. And
it's Robert Sinclair, isn't it?
Well, no, Celine, she made it sound like just the fact that I was talking to a 15-year-old was therefore predatory. And when I say talking, I mean she was DMing me about Star Wars. We weren't talking about anything but Star Wars, except for when she brought up her dad was sick. And I was like, that really sucks. She's like, I don't know if I could go see the movie
Yeah,
now.
yeah, and here's the inverse argument. Here's the inverse argument, though, Jason. Right? Then if you go and say, I'm not talking to anyone who DMs me on the internet unless if they're a girl or a guy, I can't be like.
That's exactly where my head was when I got the.
And it's like, oh, that guy. Why can't you talk to someone? Well, you can't talk to someone because you have an agenda, or you think
and then I'm a gatekeeper who won't answer girls' DMs about Star Wars, but I will answer. You know, and like nobody fucking cared when 15-year-old Corey was fucking all over my stuff, writing on my site, DMing me constantly about and all of the same stuff. It was when they could make it seem predatory because they're the kind of people who just go around the internet going groomer, trying to compensate for fucking.
See, Santa, you just haven't had enough original scoops yet. You start getting those original scoops, they're going to come after you and call you also. They're gonna, I mean, it's Santa's the easiest mark in the world for this bullshit, you know?
Well,
that's the thing. These motherfuckers, they're the most ingenuous piece of shits ever, because this is why, like, and it's not new. This is why I couldn't, as a fan of something like comics, I couldn't go to a comic shop and talk to other people who bought comics because they were fucking psycho. I could only talk to the shop owner who at least had, like, you know, he's a little older. He's seen all the crazy deals with the crazies all day, so he's past it. But you know what I mean? You talk to these people and it's like, oh man, whoever killed Superman deserves to be shot. I mean, I heard this shit at Comic-Con in '92, you know, like this bullshit. Now, if they had the internet, they would have been out there going, and they're all sleeping with Michael Jackson at the Neverland Ranch. It would never have ended. And why? Because they don't like that they didn't get a scoop, you know, or they don't like that you know, they don't have anything to offer but just bullshit made up lies. And they should just lean into their bullshit made up lies and just be, hey man, I make bullshit made up lies, but they could be true. But instead they got to attack the people who have real info and because why? Because you can't defend yourself.
Validation is why. They all want validation on the internet. They are ultimately looking for something that they will not ever find. I mean, that is the saddest part about it. There's only like 1 or 2, 3, maybe 4 places that you're going to find validation, and I guarantee you it's not online, and it never will be. And for the record,
such a nuisance though, Jason. There's such a nuisance. Lucasfilm won't even deal with them. Like, they won't even protect their own fucking actors from these people. You know, and it's like they really should, like, to some extent. No, they should to some extent be like, these motherfuckers, you know what I mean? You're putting out fucking,
when they had Ewan come out and
but they could needlessly DMCA videos if they wanted to be a dick too. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, especially the ones that are.
Let's not hope for that though.
Huh? Jason's like, hey, you cutting into my fucking.
Yeah, let's just hope they just stay out of it.
No, they could totally do it. They could shut anyone down. Just shut us down. I dare you. No, I'm not.
No, but anyways, but what it like that Alden Diaz guy, every time I do something, he comes out and tries to do this nuance, like, look at who you're citing kind of stuff. And then he hates leaks. So he and Jordan hate each other. Or to some degree anyways, they like fight, right? But one guy wants to be a scooper and is just too fucking dense to be able to do it correctly. And the other guy hates it. But ultimately what they want is for people to give them likes off of attacking me, off of belittling me, off of pushing a false narrative. So that way they can feel like they are doing something other than sitting on their ass all day. And that Alden Diaz guy will make it sound like I do it for clout. I have all the clout. I don't need clout. I don't even know if, I think even at this point, somebody could come out and be better than me. And just because I started in the Disney era first, I'll probably always have all the clout. I don't need it. I release what I do to inspire a conversation about the nuances of Star Wars as they are happening in ways that will not happen post-release. After, you know what I'm saying? Like after, we're not going to be talking about the subtleties of Roken after Kenobi comes out. There aren't any, right? I mean, it's just, but when we're watching it, but before that we do, and we get to.
Or when you want real answers, like, how did something fucking end up a certain way? At least you got a chance here to fucking find out maybe, you know, a real fucking answer, not some bullshit. I mean, even down to the fucking, like, making of stuff. I mean, it's called Making Star Wars, but like, I mean, it's hard to get real info off. I mean, there's no more Cinefex, right? There's no third party doing an in-depth look at how shit was made behind the scenes in a technical way. Instead, we're stuck with the fucking 40-minute
No.
So.
Nope.
And these fucking assholes won't talk about it either, Jason, because that shit's real. It's boring. It's not, hey, man, Kathleen Kennedy's going to be fired any year now, couple more years. But she's, you know, now I like the new one. That's my favorite, Jason. 2 more years, another year, and then she'll get fired. And, you know, it's like, well, eventually we'll all fucking leave our jobs. Like
eventually we'll go. Yeah. Some people go do karate in the front yard. Some people go.
Santa's going to hand his job off to Tim Allen any day now. You know what I mean? Like, and that what
he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that.
Now, look, I know I was letting Rob get it out of his system, but I have had to address with folks who attacked me for being some sort of perv because I'm a Santa. Right? I get those kind of messages on the internet. Yeah. Just because I'm a Santa. That happens. And just because there are some folks out there who have gotten themselves in trouble for that, I've had to deal with that. And I take those accusations very, very seriously. And I carry $2 million of insurance for that reason, right? Mm-hmm. I carry a lot of insurance to protect myself against those kind of accusations. So look, I get it.
Wait, right? How does that work? Like if you're able to like use that for like retainers and stuff to like go in and combat that when it's like, is that how it works?
Yeah. If charges were brought up, I could use that to help defend myself.
It's what's in the sack. Actually, he doesn't. It's not really toys. He has to carry that insurance money everywhere he goes. He can conjure toys out of midair.
I get what you're saying, but I just wanted to address the serious side of it. Like, you can't chase this all the time, and I know that it gets oxygen from other folks that you can't stop. But it's unfortunate. I don't know how to stop the internet from interneting. You know,
sure.
And to spend half your show talking about this on a regular basis, I don't think it's the right answer.
No, I'm not.
I wanted to talk about Avatar, but he wouldn't. Yeah. Do it.
No, it's
when they win, I can't talk.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. No. You're right, and that is usually my my way. I mean, I'm a person a long time ago in the old Hollywood once told me that the number one thing to do is not to take your attacker's message and say it for them, because then they're saying it, you're saying it, and they're only hearing what you said once and they're hearing what they said twice. And I'm like, okay, you know, and that is true. But there are a couple of clowns who, if they think that I'm going to just be a punching bag, I mean, there's like 2 ways we go about this. Either you stop, you go watch the video, and then you just move on, which would be great. Just leave me alone. Block me, forget I exist. I'll forget you exist, and we're so good. Everything's good. I don't need any of those people. I don't want any of those people. And so it's like, that's good. The other way is I go after you and I get my Santa insurance and I sue you. But that's dumb, and that's probably like just a headache for everybody. And
we're planning to heist that bag now, Jason.
Yeah,
I'm already drawn up plans.
No, and then the third way, if I don't remember if I even have this right now, but is that I humiliate you every single time that you try to come after me, because it's just not going to work. And it's the
Anna doesn't like watching that, Jason.
But no, but that's not what I want to do either. I always want to talk about Star Wars. That's why I do it. That's why I'm here. That's what it's about. It's not about anything other than that for me. I have done over 300 podcasts. We've done, I think, over 300 episodes of this show. Like, I don't need
Have we?
to. Yeah, I don't
Oh,
need.
fuck.
I think so. I think so.
I'm not
so.
proud of
I
it.
could be wrong. I could be wrong. But anyways, point is that I don't need to like go out there and say like I love talking about Star Wars. Like I do. Like that's what I want to do. And
so hey, I gotta drop. I've got a ticket. I'm working for my job, but I just wanted to come in and tell you, hey, we love you, and
I love you too.
And it's easy enough to get the truth if you want it.
And want to know how COVID stupid I am right now? Do we do the show on Thursday or do we do the show on Friday?
Normally on Friday.
Friday. Okay. I'll see you on Friday then.
Yeah, I hope so. My wife's got surgery tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And then we have follow-up surgery Thursday for the eye issues that she's got. So we've got, I'll be kind of out of action a little bit tomorrow and Thursday.
Yeah.
But we're back on for Friday.
Good. I hope everything goes
Appreciate it.
Swimming.
Appreciate it, my friend.
Tell her,
you guys take
we're
care.
all pulling for her. Bye.
Thanks. All right, bye.
But yeah, comic
also, Jason, I didn't want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to say when he was here, but when he said the truth is out there, I didn't know if that was an X-Files reference or if he's trying to convert it to Jesus. Like
no, he's talking about. I think he's going to get on the UFO thing with us. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that was. Yeah.
I think he's an experiencer. Yeah. But that's like the whole thing is to bring this into a more positive theme or whatever. And the theme is always going to be on this one, validation. Is why do people do what they do? And for a lot of those people, when it's espousing their moral superiority, it's about validation because they know that it gets them clicks, it gets them likes. And when you see somebody doing karate in the front yard, at that point you just know, like, and they're posting it on the internet, that like that's what that person's about. That's what they want. That's what they need. And I just can't have it being like at my expense. But Comic Bench says validation equals satisfaction for many. It's natural, but one should always acknowledge it. And that is exactly. I'm in no way saying I'm not above it or that I haven't been folly to those like same things. We are all human. We do want it, but at what expense? At whose expense? And at what cost is like the big philosophical question. What's that, Rob? What's that?
I'm just letting you be,
Look,
look, I could spend my entire channel and my time complaining about shit I don't like, right? I'm pretty good at complaining. People like it when I get mad, right? But like that ain't what I want to spend my time doing.
Yeah.
And these guys, like, the fact of the matter is there's more money in anger than there is in fucking positivity. So like that's just the way it is. And I know people go, "Oh, Rob makes cringe jokes." I'm like, man, I'm trying to like
we have fun. And if you don't have fun with us having fun, then it's cool. You could go have fun somewhere else.
If we were hanging out at Scum and Villainy, right? The Cantina, right? Because there's no fucking way I'm getting into Disneyland. Like not in this economy, not with these benefits. But Avatar. But if this is the kind of we would be having this kind of conversation. That's all I'm trying to say. You go, well, would you make jokes like? Yeah, I would make jokes like this if you were my friend and we were hanging out. But I just don't feel like these people, like, the only time that they really show who they are is when they're being negative. Yeah. I've never seen a real positive, like, man, I saw this thing and it wasn't great, but they did, this was really fucking, like, this was amazing. They don't do that. It's all about CNN, wartime, the fucking evil in the West, Star Wars news is coming to get you. Like, it just feels like that bullshit.
Yeah.
All the fucking time. And I just don't know why. Look, Santa, I appreciate the positivity. But, like, if I'm going to be a little critical, Santa's tried to give these dudes a benefit of the doubt. Some of these guys, a little too much. And so it's like, all right, man, at what point do you just write some dudes off? Like, that's why when you're like, this guy, that guy, I don't fucking know who these people are because I blocked enough of this fucking shit that I don't see it anymore. I'm glad. You know what I get in the fucking? I get Meg show. I get Meg and I get some Harloff. That's it, Jason. Like I've figured it out. But yeah, it's just a shame that they're gonna fucking keep doing this until like you sue one of them. Then they'll fucking stop.
Yeah.
Then they'll
Well,
be like, oh, he's suing people. Oh, well, wouldn't you if some motherfuckers were lying about you?
Well,
Like,
I will say publicly that I do have DMs from them that they sent to other people admitting that they know what's not true, admitting how to reframe it, and that it was on purpose. So if they want to take it there, we can, and I will.
so discovery, it'll be fun.
I'm done. I would love to garnish your check and take my kids to the fucking Olive Garden every week to get free breadsticks while I eat a tour of Italy.
Honestly, Jason, if that happened, I would fly out there just to die on the fucking breadsticks of their tears.
Dude. I'll be honest with you. One drink, though. You get one drink. Emperor says, the Emperor says, do you think the Skeleton Crew kids will end up being brought to Luke on Ossus? You know, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. So
it's rumor shit, man.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But that, I mean, like I was saying earlier in the show, I just want Luke Skywalker I want him to be more than like a prop, a get out of jail free prop for the story or like the plot. So I hope like they are able to take that tech and weave Luke Skywalker in as if they pulled 27-year-old Mark Hamill out of a time machine. And we're like,
with the Freddie Mercury stash.
Yeah, with the Freddie Mercury. Yeah,
people should look that up. There was a time he was rocking the Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll play it on the show tomorrow. Excuse me, sorry. Jedi. Sorry. As the Truth says, 100%. I could not do this if I was being negative. I just want to talk about things I like and it makes me happy. I've been detrimental to my career, but happiness equals over success. Yeah, that's exactly it. Is you know, I would rather be humble, a little more broke, but happy with integrity than not than like, you know, playing into culture war stuff. And like I mean, because that's like the other side of this is I could have gone down the path where I situated myself as this huge victim of this thing and then played into the culture war thing. I could have done that. I could have transitioned to that very. I could have transitioned to that very easily. No, and I know,
I mean, like someone we know in the internet space who did that was wrongfully accused, but then moved to Florida, and I'm like, you're not helping anything, buddy.
Okay, I don't know anything about that, but I couldn't ethically do that because what sucks about someone of my position is I politically am aligned with the people that are actually trying to hurt me the most. But the thing about it is that they want that straw man to exercise those beliefs and to express me good, me not bad, me no agree with rape. It's like, of course you don't. You know what I mean? Of course you don't. I don't either. But they, you know, they want to make it into that
I have a theory about this. I learned this when I was a kid. My father would lean into me like all the time to get shit, and then like anytime my brothers did, I had a brother and then I had some stepbrothers.
Yeah.
I would not even be at the house, and they would like flood the bathroom, right? Leave the tub on. I would get called that they flood the bathroom. I got to come home and deal with their kids, and I'm like, I wasn't there. Yeah, well, you should have been. And I'm like, so what it really is they can't get any response from their kids. So they attack the person who's there to help them. You know what I mean? Because they can't get any. So the left can't get any fucking meaningful reply from the right because they're just bully monger fucking pieces of shits. So they then will attack themselves to get some kind of like something got done. Right. Yeah. But like the wrong fucking lesson was learned. It's not my job to raise your fucking kids, man. like, that isn't the lesson. You know, they're all not doing so well in life, bro. Like that, you know, like those kids, they grew up, I feel bad, you know, like you gotta, but that's what I feel. I feel like it's that personified, you know, on a bigger level.
Well, my thing is what kind of made me also a target is this thing. I'm punk. Let's talk about all. And that was always my whole thing was like, you know, come as you are. You know what I mean? Like, you want to come hang out with us? You like Star Wars? Come sit with us. If I'm in line at Comic-Con and you're there and we make a connection for a second, and we're there, join us. You know what I mean? That was always my thing. Let's have a fucking party. yes, let's enjoy this moment. And
You're the kid who when we go to Tom Sawyer's Island is arranging how the war on Tom Sawyer's Island.
I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's take over the island. Let's do it. And and it was ultimately really hurtful to have a lot of those people who I brought into my tribe, if you will, jump off and act like, oh my God, the fact that he treated these other people just like he treated me, which was just like, hey, yeah, you want to talk about Star Wars? I'll answer your question. I'll talk to you. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking crazy. It really is. It's wild. And but that's
to be
also
fair, like I know I joke about like abandoning you.
Yeah,
I didn't know about any of this shit when it went down. I figured because it all happened when COVID hit.
Mhm.
I thought when COVID hit, Jason was like, "I'm taking care of life. Like, I'm out." Because he just kind of everything got shut down. I figured, well, what's there to report on anyway? You know, we're all probably gonna be dead in a year. You know,
probably.
like.
Yeah. Hey, Rick Jones says,
Yeah.
"Yep, Skeleton Crew kids will end up with Luke Skywalker." Yeah, we'll have to see if they have force powers. That's the whole thing. Is are we seeing the formation of legendary pirates? Are we seeing a next generation of Jedi for Kylo Ren to kill?
What if they have spider powers, Jason? Like they just troll fucking Star Wars folks, you know?
Yeah.
Since they got the Spider-Man guy. You know?
Excuse me. Yeah. I'm good to keep going for a bit, Rob. If you need to jump off at any point, by all means. I want to try to make it try to get to some Star Wars stuff today.
Oh no, fuck
but
it's a new year. Let's complain. Like,
and Nick, I'm waiting for the Bob Podcast holiday special. That's what I'm waiting for, personally. Comic Binge says salad over the breadsticks at Olive Garden. So when I was a teenager, I had a job at Olive Garden, and it was a dishwasher, like Bruce Lee. And
that's the Last Dragon. It was
a great
Last Dragon story. Yeah,
I love that movie when I was a kid.
Yeah, good score. Good
score. So anyways, though, eventually they're like, hey, we have this idea at the Olive Garden. They're like, what if we have one guy who just makes salads? That way the servers could just be like, I need ranch, no olives, or whatever the fuck they were, kind of salad. And so I would make the salads for the people. Best job ever, though, because all I got to do was talk to cute servers all day and make their salads. If they were like, oh yeah, let me make yours just how you like. It was the best job I had. And I got to go out to a lot of parties for that short time I was in that gig, but I quit because it did all.
But like every other hot take, Paul's wrong on this. You can't get E. coli from breadsticks. Right? Let's just be honest. It's that salad bar that takes down every restaurant, Jason. Well, you grew up in Southern California. You know it to be true.
Did I ever tell you about my really, really big friend who worked there? No. And what he did so they had this this is like 1998 maybe, and somewhere around there, like Phantom Menace was about to come out, and working there, and this guy, he would come in every single day, and this guy who worked there, a server, was about 6'4", big dude, and every day this customer would come in and order the all-you-can-eat soup and salad that was like really cheap, and then it would come with a drink as well, I think, something like that. And this guy, so like the check itself would be like $5. Let's just say $5. I don't know what it was, but he'd be like $5. Well, you know how like when you tip, you can go like, oh, here, I'm gonna double the tax. So this guy would be leaving like 75-cent tip, something ridiculous like that every day, while asking for unlimited refills on those breadsticks and salad and that drink.
Asshole.
And so my guy, the guy who I worked with, was like giving this guy like $25 worth of service when you get down to it for 75 cents or something like that, something ridiculous. And eventually, like, he's getting ready to quit, and this guy comes in, is doing that shit to him. He takes the soup, fucking leaves it out, and I'm washing the dishes, and then he's like, Jason, you ever seen BBC? I'm like, oh, what? No. And then he whips out the BBC, not the British Broadcasting Company.
Oh no!
And he sticks it in the soup.
No,
and he stirs it, And
Oh
this
no!
thing
I
is
should
like
have
this,
left.
this is like my arm. This thing is
That's what I
like
get
my
for
arm.
staying.
Like I have inadequacy issues after this elephant trunk that came into my thing. And by the way, this guy was hilarious. I actually loved him. I wish I kind of still knew him. But anyways,
Yeah, sure.
but you know, we went our separate ways in life. But yeah, he stirs him, then he goes out there and serves him the cold dick soup. And that is why you always tip your servers. That's why you don't treat the people who serve you your food like shit. Because even if I don't think this person truly deserved that in the end. Like as an adult, as a basically as a teenager, it was hilarious. But looking back at it, like I guess it's like, oh, that's so fucked and so sad.
You got to preface for the youngins, the three youngins in the room, Jason. We're the generation that kids would pee in their waters, their super soakers. You had to be very careful about super soaker fights.
Don't let anybody ever squirt a squirt gun into your mouth. Okay.
See,
yeah.
You're good with water balloons because it's hard as shit. It's too much effort to get that. It's probably gonna come back at them, get them all over their pants and shit. So water balloon fights are good. Super soaker fights, I don't trust.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So hey, how's it going, Arya? Arya just says Ezra. Tell us more about Ezra.
Oh,
well, he's the Flash, and he's got a colt, and he fed a baby bull.
Oh, see.
What?
She has. Arya, she gets more Ezra.
More Ezra. Better than Ezra is Rob's favorite band. Better than Ezra. Check him out, Arya.
I figure like we're in the quiet before the storm. Like this is the point where it's like, man, we can talk about anything now because we don't talk about Star Wars.
Tonight. Bad Batch tonight.
No, I'm not watching
tonight.
that. I'm not doing it
tonight. Bad Batch
tonight.
I'm not doing it.
I cannot know.
Hi, I'm Jason Ward. You're watching Bad Batch tonight. No,
you gotta let me know if it's worth watching, then I'll watch it. All right.
Yeah, I mean, you could always just like watch the first one and see if you could stomach it, and then if you can't, jump. but you know,
I could, but I watched fucking 8 hours of that shit last time for nothing. Jason,
you watched 3 episodes last time, and they weren't the good ones. That was the sad part. Like, you jumped on like the worst ones.
No, I watched 8 eepisodes, Jason. I jumped at episode 8 through 16. Yeah, I did all of it. Well, half of it. Okay. I refused to go backwards, but I was like, I got in on the 8th episode, and I'm just going like, look, man, I don't want to be the guy bitching, but like, you can't have a minecart and then not do the minecart race. Like, this is ridiculous.
That's fair, man.
The last episode was all right. I like that shot with the Camino facility when it Geonosis, whatever. I can't remember what it should be called Geonosis. But
yeah, I know.
You really should. I don't understand. I'm so confused by it. 20 years, still confused.
Hey, Quentin, how are you, dude? I haven't seen Quentin in a while. Missed you, buddy. You have to come join us one of these days when I'm not raging about nothing because I'm sick and being a baby. But yeah, anytime. Bad Batch show. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking I might do. Is tonight's the Bad Batch, right? I've been in like a stupor for like that. My COVID experience has been bad headache and just like the brain fog. You know, it's been weird. Like yesterday, man, was so hell. I know how to spell Ahsoka. It's something that I can do correctly anytime in my sleep, and then I misspelled it every time because of this. And then there's like people going like, oh, I don't know if I can believe this report because you can't spell Ahsoka wrong. And it's like, fair enough, but I got COVID. If I didn't have COVID, you would have a point. But
shut up about it.
Yeah, but I got the old COVID, you know, and it's just that funk. Like the only way I can describe it is like I've had migraines before. And when I have like the migraine, sometimes if it's a really bad one, the next day I will feel like my scalp feels tingly, and I just feel like this like fog that is like over me based off of how my head felt for so long in such a painful way. And that's kind of just like what I'm like right now, you know, how I feel. So it's like I have like more stories I want to put out, and otherwise I would have put them out. Like today would be like another round of stories, but I think I'm gonna wait until I could not fuck it up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see how I feel.
I
But
like how Santa didn't trust me so much that he came on the show to like talk you off a ledge. He's like,
no, he's
can't trust
right.
a Rob. He'll just enable Jason.
I mean, the thing is just that like there are the people that are going to try to like grift off of me. It's like, you know, if somebody and I'm always nice. Like when somebody spreads it and they're wrong, I will DM them and I'll say, look, here's the actual like story. Here's all of the raw data. You can look at it and see that it's not true. And then if they want to continue, then they just want to be a troll. Either they are overcompensating because they are themselves what they claim they hate, which is honestly, you want to know an ultimate irony of my life. The first person to ever say Cult of Ward, I'm pretty sure went to jail for child molestation, or was at least charged with it. Yeah, the person who started Cult of Ward.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean and then like that's where I just find myself in, you know, is that like I'm in between with these like fucking leftists that are trying to prove how left they are, like to a sickening degree, and then I got these right wingers that are no, I love Chris Breezy. He's one of my best buds.
Yeah.
But little fucker. I miss Chris. Chris needs to come hang out with us too.
No Kenobi news. He only shows up when there's Kenobi news. you know that to be true.
he's all about those white Jedi robes, by the way. He like, are they gonna have the robes in the show? And I'm like, I don't know, I guess. And then those robes came out from those pictures that came out from Acolyte. He's like, there they are. I'm like, I don't know, they're kind of yellow.
Let's be honest, Jason. Yeah. If Spreezy was a Jedi, he'd still wear that tennis band on his head.
Yeah.
Like, he'd be the Jedi with the tennis band.
He would be a Wookiee Jedi with the tennis band on.
With the tennis band. Yeah. with the guile hair.
Remember those like 70s shorts we all used to wear that were like too short, like where your nutsack might hang out the side? He would be wearing those over his Wookiee. He would be the Wookiee with shorts on.
What was that movie with what was that with Teen Wolf? But what was the movie with Albert Brooks where he goes to the tennis shop and Bob Einstein and Super Dave is selling him all the gear and it's they got all that.
Oh yeah,
it's early 80s. You know, he's got all the short shorts in there. He's got all that stuff.
Okay, so Quentin says definitely will join you, but probably going to be a few months. It's been a rough time for me and the fam. I have also had COVID for like 2 weeks straight, and the smallest of issues. Hey man,
sorry.
I really like don't want to be like a baby about my experience with it because I got so lucky that my kids were sick for 24 hours. Like they're vaccinated and they're young, they're healthy. They just kicked its ass to such a degree that before the COVID test I ordered even came in the mail. Like that I ordered online, before they even arrived, they were like over it. And then I was sick though by that point. So I was like, well, I'm going to try this. I'm going to see if I have it. And I did. And, but I went 3 years. That's my high score. And I'm hoping to make it another 3, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah. That COVID fog.
That nasal spray is the one I'm looking forward to. The nasal one.
Basil?
Yeah, there's a nasal vaccine. Because the COVID thing goes to your nose mostly, you know, like that's where it like really thrives and shit. Yeah. So you inhale it through your nose and it like protects you more there, you know.
Yeah.
Preventative and shit. Like
I have like bad allergies and I have asthma. I have like, you know what I mean? Like everything that has made me fear COVID. I'm like
Balding.
I might oh fuck you. This guy. But
okay, fair enough.
Hey, don't fuck with me today, man.
Take a number, Jason. There's a whole group of people who want to train me, you know.
Yeah. But no. But anyways, I was super afraid of it, and I right now I feel good. I mean, I feel relieved that my experience with it has been a bad fucking recurring headache and not being able to breathe. You know what I mean?
And
like
unable to spell Ahsoka.
And unable to spell Ahsoka.
What if that is the one thing that lingers? From now on, you can't spell Ahsoka.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. Due to my disability, Ahsoka needs to learn how to spell her name differently. That's what I'm gonna say. But yeah. And the arrogant part of me though is when people are like, I don't know that I could trust. It's like, after fucking all of the shit I've spoiled over the years, like this is your day. Either you don't know what you're talking about, or but fair enough. I fucked that up, and I own my mistakes. And in my video, by the way, I may own my mistakes in my
Grammar
video
Nazis,
too.
Jason.
But yeah, I know. Yesterday on the show, you guys, honestly, as my friends in the chat, you guys let me down because everyone's like those spelling errors are egregious, and I'm like, what spelling errors? And nobody told me.
No?
Or you were spelling it exactly the way I could not read. Like I don't know. I don't know what you call it, but yeah, AH. Come on. Help a brain frog friend out.
All I see is the
frog.
color, so it was close enough for me.
Yeah. Well, when I don't like writing. And so when I like to get into the flow state where it's just fucking flowing out of the fingertips, and it's like I'm soloing on the guitar, man. No, I'm not a big solo. But, you know
But Jason, when
you
you actually write, you're not supposed to be editing. That's what an editor is for.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and that's what's broken. That's what's been broken since I got sick. You know what I mean? Like I was broken with Babylon, and I was broken when I got Balon, like that mistake and how that train of stuff happened, and I was broken with the Soka. And I was like, fuck. When I saw those two, I'm like, okay, I need to take a break. I need to not put anything out. You know what I mean? Like at this time,
you should dictate and have the kids type stuff in there.
Honestly, I read the stories to them. When they're in the mood. Sometimes they're like, they want to hear what I've been working on. They're like interested. So that's when I go and I pull it. That's when I like read it to Penny. And I read that story back to Penny, and I was like, because if Penny understands it as a 7-year-old, then I know the writing is clear enough. How's it going? Welcome back.
You're being.
I'm here to help again. I'm here to help again. Your spelling issues.
Yeah.
In your article, too many A's, too many S's.
Mm-hmm.
So in your, in your article about the Ahsoka leaks, right? The last one, the armor.
Yeah.
There's one time where you've got like 4 S's in it, and another where you got like 3 A's in it.
Whoa.
Yeah,
but in his defense, Santa, he asked you for a speak and spell for Christmas, and you didn't fucking give him one.
Never gave it to
40
me.
years. Well, 40 years, not one speak and spell.
E.T. had it. E.T. had one, and I didn't.
Nobody specified that you needed one that spelled Star Wars terms correctly. Star Wars names, Star Wars planets.
Lucas can't even spell them correctly. What are you talking about? Is it Leah or Leia?
Is it Leah or Leia? Moment. Yeah, George, you can write this shit, but you can't spell it.
That's right. Cut Santa a break. I'm just saying. Like I can't. Yeah. So there's just a couple of spelling.
Well, to be fair, I've given more toys to the kids than Santa has. So yeah.
About it. You kind of
as one Mongolian eating diabetic gray bearded man to another. Merry fucking Christmas.
Oh, Santa, George, watch language around Santa.
He's hot. Yeah. He's hot today. Yeah, he's fired up.
He is.
No, I was covering your story on my show today.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, too many S's right there. So if you want in your Kintsugi stormtrooper armor.
Yeah.
You've got in the is it Saracen? No.
Santa.
Like a bunch of.
You can't blame him. I was going in there last night and adding letters just to fuck with Jason. Like, because he can't remember anyway, I just go and change it after he spell checks it. So,
That sounds fair.
Yeah, I'm helpful.
Yeah. Well, it looks like maybe you fixed it.
I did go. I mean, not today. I didn't fix anything today.
You didn't fix anything today? Well, somebody fixed it.
I don't know.
I was looking at it earlier.
Wait, are you telling me this might be Christmas magic?
Yeah, it could
Night
be.
Sister Christmas magic?
Because I'm just looking. There's 2 Saracen. The second one where Shin will take these Saracen stormtroopers. Too many A's.
It was Jonathan Hales, Jason. He always does that. He comes in at night and just changes everything.
Christmas Hales?
Yeah.
Oh, and you still have the triple S's.
I do.
In the Saracen iron. So up in that sequel trilogy style, second paragraph.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In lore, the
White
mask is
slaver
repaired
style.
using Saracian iron. The Saracian iron has 3 S's in it.
All right,
Yep,
I'm gonna fix
there
it.
it is.
I am gonna fix it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fix it on the show because it
No, I'm
probably
here to
won't
help.
load.
You're like,
No,
nobody
I
will tell me.
appreciate it.
Nobody
Yeah,
will
yeah,
tell me
always
where they
tell me.
Wait,
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, we're all learning something here.
We should have
Yeah.
known I was coming down something when I was writing the Chimera wrong. That's also the other one I could spell in my sleep, but whatever.
That's
But
Camino.
whatever. That's the world.
It's not
That's my
Camaro,
brain.
it's Camino.
Yeah.
That is,
So
this is the true
Yeah.
cost of COVID, ladies and gentlemen. This is the true
Yeah,
cost of
yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
Get vaccinated. This is why you do it. Hey Santa, do you like Teen Wolf? Do you like the show, the movie, not the show?
Teen Wolf.
Michael
The
J.
first
Fox?
one.
Yeah.
The first,
the
yeah,
first
Michael
one.
J. Fox one was fine. The other one with the other dude,
Bateman, Jason Bateman.
Bateman?
Teen Wolf,
Yeah,
Teen
the
Wolf
Bateman
TOO, Teen Wolf 2.
yeah, not my
Yeah.
jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going to be in Duck, Howard the Duck too, as well. But yeah, first a wolf and then a duck. Yeah,
Birdbreak says if you like Teen Wolf and Punk, you need to check out Wolf Face. They're hilarious. All wolf-related songs and perform in ridiculous costumes. Lovers. Well, is that Dave Filoni's band? That sounds like a Dave Filoni band, right?
oh,
there.
don't even get me started, Jason. I had to put that down at Celebration for 10 years straight. You know,
So I was also going to say,
Wolf-face.
don't forget to do the predictions, dude.
The predictions. Yeah.
Yeah.
I predict no Star Wars movies this year. Yeah,
So I went through them. There's a couple of things that I went through today on my show. Do you think we're going to open where we ended? Do you think in these first 2 episodes we're going to see Mount Tantus at all?
No, I think we have a time jump. So I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
Right? Because she has longer hair now, and so I think not. I don't think they go. I don't. Do you think they're going to go back to it?
I think they will, but I think it's going to be much later in the series. I don't think we're going to. I think, in fact, I think when we see episode 1 open, it's going to be in the middle of an action sequence. They're going to be on mission. They're going to be doing something, or they'll be coming back from a mission. I don't think they're going to be at like Ord Mantell and with Sid saying, "Hey, I need you guys to go on a mission." I don't think that's how we start.
all I know is every time you say Mount Tantus, I have to pay Timothy's on a fucking $1. It's in the contract.
George,
I can't,
you don't
can't get out of it.
That's not. You don't have to pay him anymore, George. You sold the
no.
company.
No,
Somebody
he
else
would put
has
it.
to pay him.
We went to Olive Garden and we wrote it down, and I'm bound by it now. So. All right. Well,
What did you do
before
to
I
Iger
get-
Soup after episode 7, George? What did you do to Iger Soup after episode 7?
well, what do white slavers eat for $500?
You said it, George. You said it, George. But yeah.
So I don't think that's happening. I also don't think any Mount Tantus until late. And we went through the episode titles today. Meg kept referencing them as we were chatting.
Yeah.
It appears to me, just off of the episode titles and what I can deduce, that we won't go to Mount Tantus until the final 2 episodes. That'll be my guess.
Yeah.
Now,
Just dawned on me. All the Sherlock Holmes variants in the world. There's no Santa Holmes, Jason. Why has that not? That should be a Netflix movie, right? Or a Hallmark Santa Holmes, right?
Can we get him one of those pipes in the hat whenever we try to solve a Star Wars mystery?
Candy cane pipe. Candy cane pipe. Yeah.
Fun fact: they've been retconning the pipe out of The Night Before Christmas in recent revisions of the story. You know that.
Wait,
there
was a pipe in it?
Yeah. So he held a pipe in his teeth, and the smoke and encircled his head like a wreath.
Oh,
Yeah, but they're gonna replace it with a vape pen, so don't worry about it.
but so I mean it was set up to do Sherlock Holmes with the whole pipe and everything, but no, it's been retcon.
Did you ever notice the guy in Last Jedi who's vaping? On when they get to Canto Bight, there's like this like rich like douche, and he's outside, and he's like has like a vape pen that he's like hitting.
Oh,
yeah. They were like, look at that douche vaping. Like that was what they were trying to do. It's pretty funny.
well, there was the one chick that had the really long cigarette.
Oh
thing,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But that's
The
cool because
Iman.
that makes you fancy.
That's the Iman, dude. She's got those. Yeah. Star Trek 6.
Star Trek 6. Is that the Undiscovered Country? Or was that 5?
Yes, Undiscovered Country.
Undiscovered Country. Yeah.
So if you go pull up the Bad Batch season 2 episode names, there's some interesting kind of questions that come up, right? So one of them is somewhere in the middle of the season. I'm looking at them now, just to see if I can take a look at the titles here. There you go. Episode titles. Here we go.
Okay.
So Entombed. January 18th. Entombed. No, January 25th.
Entombed. They all get turned into cartoons and put in a TV box.
Entombed.
I've seen this.
Do you think the Entombed might be? And this is like just going off of the episode names. The Jedi cast in those amber blocks that we saw in Kenobi. Might it be the same place?
Yeah, when you first
Same
said
thing?
that, I was thinking of that Jedi from Azatru's area from Survivor. I was like, wonder if that's him. Do they know that there's a Jedi in there? But Entombed. At the same time, though, it might just reference like them getting caught in a storage closet or something.
Good.
Right?
Yeah, well, that's the Empire side business. You know, like they pull those storage units up.
And bombing and entombing.
Yeah.
So the last 2 episodes are the Summit and Plan 99. I think the Summit could refer to.
So they're going to have to make it
Maltempus.
like personal in some way. Do you think maybe there's something about like, would they, I mean, what can you put in Mount Tantus that the clones would need? Would it be like the like data to reverse their aging so they don't die? Because they haven't really talked about that at all. So that's something I
Well,
would love, but that's not, they haven't really
Can-
made mortality a thing for them.
Well, the connection to the Bad Batch would be Nala Se and Omega, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Because Nala Se was like her mom, right?
Yeah.
So there might be
Nala
some.
say that bitch.
I think he said Namaste. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's
is that
exactly.
Filoni? That Filoni.
In Clone Wars, there's one of those guys. His name is Halle Bertoni, which is Halliburton. Like they're very, very on the nose with their Kaminoans, aren't they?
Well, yeah. Not only that, but with the Trade Federation, right? The Lot Dodd.
Lot
You know.
Dodd, which is Senator Dodd, Ray Gun Ray.
Right.
Yeah. all
Right,
that.
right.
Yeah.
But so then Meg asked the question: Nala Se, Mount Tantus, Omega. Do you think that they might carry Nala Se into any of the live action Filoni-verse stuff or Mandoverse stuff that's going on? So Ahsoka or Skeleton Crew or Mandalorian 3 or Mandalorian 4.
Yeah.
And I don't see a tie-in in any of those that seem to be adding up. Based on what you've reported, what Bespin's reported, I don't see anything that ties back to the cloning experiments.
And there may just
directly.
be stuff that we don't know about too. Just
Sure.
you know, I don't not gonna speak for Bespin, but I don't think either of us have been like, this is the totality of everything. Like this is every
Right.
episode.
Well, that's what Meg
There's
said. Like
stuff we don't
you
know.
guys are hitting some high beats, but we don't
Yeah.
know that there's not cloning.
Yeah, we're hitting on the stuff
there
that
isn't.
people are excited to talk about, not about the stuff that's the subtle. Like I don't know. I'm gonna call it. I say this respectfully, the boring stuff. If you know what I mean? Like
everything
fighting
between
a dragon,
episodes 2 and 15.
right?
Like,
No, it's no. Well, we're talking about Mando. We're talking about which.
oh, okay. They're talking about Bad
We should
Batch.
probably,
Sorry.
yeah. You're
Can't read between the
trash-talking
beard.
First
Sorry.
love. Between the little beards.
No,
Even
I
though-
thought we were talking
little
Bad Batch because I can't fucking tell, man. All these fucking storylines are.
Well, that's the
Lean into
question.
one another.
Will there be a
Like-
tie-in from the Bad Batch into any of the Mandoverse stuff?
No.
Yeah.
And what would that be? So the only thing
Eventually.
that's tied in so far has been Fennec Shand.
Mhm.
Well, of any substance, right?
So let me say it. The thing about this, Rob, is that Filoni has 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So I think you're right, Rob, on that 1 foot out. But there is 1 foot in, and the 1 foot in is like he tells them what to do, and then they go expand it and work on it and you know all that. But like, look at what we're reporting on Ahsoka this week. is all stuff that was rooted in the animation, but Filoni's animation.
To be fair, Jason, you also reported we're supposed to get a trailer on Christmas. I didn't see no trailer.
All right, hold on. Let me get this guy off the show. So, anyways, yeah. So this is my new co-host, Star Wars Santa. No.
What? Someone had to say it. Someone had to say it.
Actually, little tiny baby update to that. Not going to tell you when the trailer is going to come, but everything changed.
Yeah.
Disney Plus, big changes at Disney Plus. And like I was saying before, anything that we heard in the something we heard 3 months ago is no longer relevant to Disney Plus at this time.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't want to overstate anything, but everything changed. They went through a massive, massive shift. And I would imagine we will start to hear that news breaking out through trades and through reputable Hollywood scoopers.
Probably.
Maybe somebody like him. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I don't know him. I don't want to say like he's doing something, you know.
Right.
But somebody like him, yeah. I would not be surprised if that's where this goes, because plans, marketing stuff. I honestly, at this point, I personally, this is just my personal belief based off of what I have heard. I don't believe in any schedule that anybody is living and dying by today. I don't think any of that is actually, if it was set in stone, I think it's been taken out of the stone.
Well, I mean, there's been reporting on the Marvel side that is changing.
Has there? Okay.
I've seen a couple things lately that said don't put any eggs in the Marvel basket. They're pulling their stuff off Disney Plus. Like that was, and I know that a couple of projects that were released have already been pulled, but ones that were scheduled to release, they're saying don't count on it. On the Star Wars side, I'm aware of one project that's probably not going to happen in 2023. That's on the schedule right now for 2023.
Right.
Oh,
I'm not at liberty to talk about it, but I'm just saying.
My guess is that this guy is not talking about Skeleton Crew.
I'm not talking about nothing.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So Santa doesn't want to end up on his own naughty list, Jason. Look at that hypocritical.
Yeah.
Look at that.
No. Santa didn't say that.
I don't know. I didn't say anything. I don't know anything about nothing. I'm just saying something on 2023 not going to happen in 2023. That's what I've heard. But there are a couple that I'm counting on, certainly.
Yeah.
Beyond we get Bad Batch and Ahsoka, and presumably we're going to get Mando 3, or I've seen presumably Ahsoka. Mando 3 is kind of locked in, and Bad Batch is locked in.
Yeah.
Ahsoka, I'm guessing they're not going to punt. But anything else outside of those two projects, Bad Batch, Mando 3, who knows?
Who knows? Seasons 3 and 4. They're skipping 2, going right to 3 and 4, Jason. That's what I heard.
I mean, I'm like I don't know this. I don't know that this is like what they're doing, but what I think they're doing is trying to alleviate the production cost, not by making the shows cheaper, but by literally taking out any overlap. So I don't think that like the shows are expensive. So when a show is coming out, a show is going to be a bigger deal, and it's going to not like, you won't have like Miss Marvel or whatever and like Obi-Wan Kenobi coming out at the same time. I think things are going to get spread out, which is going to alleviate the cost in the next year. That's my theory, and it's just a theory. But I think that's what is going to happen, because Disney Plus has been too expensive for what they're getting out of it. But if you paid your January 1st bill of Disney Plus, you know that, oh boy, did it jump up quite a bit from what it was. And I'm curious if that's going to make people jump, especially when they're like upping the bill when they're not offering them anything. Like right now, I don't know why I have Disney Plus, other than the fact that I may want to rewatch one of my Star Wars shows, like overall, like I don't know what I think they should have they should have had like Mando drop with that price increase, and people would have been like, "Well, you got me with that little Grogu. You know, he's adorable." But oh, as a true wants to know, Santa, what are the odds if I know you're in the middle of something, but odds on Republic Commandos will show up in the season? Do you think we're going to see those guys come up?
It's happening 100%. We've seen it in
It is?
the trailers. Republic
They are,
Commandos
right?
are going to be in the season. Odds that they're in episode 1, I would say less than 50%. So that's why I put it in my open question, my
Okay.
prediction.
Yeah.
Episode 1, Republic Commandos.
Right.
Totally in there. Except I think there's less than 50% chance. I just had to put something in the box, and that's what I put. So,
Okay.
but Republic Commandos, we've seen them a couple times.
When you have a second, can you send me what were the predictions thing? Can you send it to me?
I did.
DM it to me. You did? Or-
Done.
Okay.
Done did.
Done did? Okay. I
Done
don't
did
see
it.
Is on
That Jeff Foxworthy humor, Jason, and won't ever go away. Right? Like
I sent it to you DM on Discord.
okay. Oh, I see
Then-
it now. Okay, season 2 prediction. Oh wait, that's episode 2. I need
Episode 1.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna pull it up.
S2E1 is episode 1. Yeah. No,
Okay. Okay. Guys, guess what? I'm getting the predictions open. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now on the show, and then that way I don't forget. And then that way, I'm hoping tonight to come and do a show after tonight's Bad Batch. Right? I got my stuff correct right now. We are on Bad Batch Eve, right? Tonight.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I'm hoping Max will stay up with me tonight, and me and Max will watch it and talk about it after. That's the plan. If I'm
Max and me.
if I'm not in it, you're always welcome, Rob. But I don't.
Well, no,
I
I
don't want
mean
to.
like Mac and me, Max and me.
Oh, Max and me.
Yeah.
Quitting Time Podcast. Thank you for the super chat, bud. Why would the stormtroopers be going commando? You know what, man? When you are under an oppressive, restrictive, imperialist rule, sometimes you gotta take your rebellion where you can. That's what I'd say. Okay, Making Star Wars. That's me. Okay, what's your name? My name is MakingStarWars.net. All right. So Sid, if you're part of the Bespin Bulletin podcast, you know Sid as Fat Bosk. Sid sends the Bad Batch on a mission. Yeah. We visit Ord Mantell. I don't even know, so I'm just gonna say no because I don't even know how Ord Mantell would play.
Does it look like Shadows of the Empire, Ord Mantell? Like, do
I
you think
think
they
it
keep
looks
the green
like-
fog and the Dianetics?
I think it's more like Ord Mantell was, I would say, more canonized, even though it's not canon, in the Old Republic games, which did a really good job with it, where they made it sort of like a neon-y / Vegas / slime kind of place. But I think those things are kind of they kind of link up to some degree. The Bad Batch visit a new planet, first time in animation. I'm gonna say yeah, because I think. Do you think that beach sequence that we keep seeing clips of is from the first episode? Because if so, I'm gonna say that's new. Hunter goes undercover in stealth mode. Of course, that's all he does is go stealth mode. I mean, is Hunter ever not in stealth mode in any of the show?
I don't even remember which one's Hunter, Jason. I'm the
It's
last
Rambo.
guy to ask.
Rambo.
Okay,
Rambo.
okay, all right.
He
All
goes
right.
Rambo, so he has to go. Wrecker wreck something. Of course he does. Tech says something. Techie, of course he will. Echo has.
Do
a
we
new
see an
attachment.
Ithorian run? Because that's my favorite part of the Bad Batch.
Okay, I'm gonna say no new attachment yet. I think they're gonna save his new attachment unless he has a girlfriend or something. And that if he has a girlfriend, does that count? If he has a girlfriend, cute boyfriend. All right. Omega fires her crossbow. Yeah, she has to. You got to get the action.
They
in
shot
all
that Praetorian secret.
the- Someone is killed. Nah, I'm gonna say no one's killed. Someone is stunned by a blaster. Yeah, probably. The Havoc Marauder crashes or is in need of repairs. Oh man,
That was a trope from season 1.
yeah,
Like, it was constantly breaking.
yeah, because you have to give those guys something to do. Working on the ship. The Bad Batch fight or wrestle. I wish it would just stop there. The Bad Batch fight or wrestle.
They can wrestle for money like Spider-Man. That would be great. Like,
Okay,
I
I'm
would
gonna say
like
yeah.
wrestle
They
that
will,
episode.
because we got those crabs, right? So I'm gonna say the crabs. The Bad Batch has crabs. The Emperor and or Vader appears or is referred to by name. I would hope they would save that for a little further in. So I'm just gonna say no because that's what I want. Bounty hunters pursue the batch. Ooh, yeah, you got to establish a threat early on. So yeah, a named clone talk with the batch.
So in these, I was specifically making a connection to the batch, not just like they're in the episode. So we see Rex or whatever.
Yeah.
They've got to talk to the batch. Right?
We're talking like a standard clone who's not part of the fam, so to speak. And yeah, what did you say? What did you think on this on number 15 here?
And in this episode, no, I think that
say
happens
no?
later.
Okay, I'm gonna go with you then. Yeah, because I would think that happens later. A droid is referred to by name. This is Gonki.
Or
I'm
any
gonna
other, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. I'm just gonna say no. I don't know why. A light side force user, Jedi Padawan, former Jedi, talks with the batch. Ooh, we're kind of early. We know Gunji's coming, right? Did we have
Right.
any indication that Gunji is in those early episodes? Did you ever have
No.
any indication?
No, but if you look at the episode titles again,
Yeah.
like there's the Spoils of War, Ruins of War, and then
Right.
Solitary Clone, that's the number 3. Faster, Entombed. It could be Entombed or Tribe, episodes 5 or 6.
Yeah.
That'd be the earliest. More
Yeah.
likely it's going to be like 13.
Okay. So let's just say no Gunji yet. Man, I love Gunji. I hope he lives. Something happens at Mount Tantus. I'm gonna say no because I think that they might need to learn of it like in a stronger way still, but who knows. Crosshair talks with the batch. I think we kind of know that's no, right? We kind of know that they're sort of separated and he has like his own story.
Missed opportunity, Jason. Mount
Yeah.
Santos should be where they store all the Star Wars toys.
Right.
Right? Saying.
Okay. Omega says friends. Okay. She says friends.
International language of love.
Yeah.
That's episode 1, so you got to fill out the second one for episode 2.
All right.
Same thing.
I'm getting it. I'm getting it right now. Here we go. Airdrop activate. If you don't say that, it won't work. So just make sure you always say that when you want to airdrop something. It's kind of like how the Force works.
Planet Fitness.
By the way,
careful
Rob,
what you mount. I don't.
I watched.
You know.
Oh yeah. Words to
Yeah,
live by,
yeah.
Santa. Words to live by.
I mean, you need to seek permission first. I'm just all I'm saying.
Sid. All right. So I'm gonna say okay. A lot of these I could probably stunt. They're okay. If Sid sends them on a mission in episode 1 and they're still on the mission in episode 2, does this still count?
So there you go. Good clarification. If they are on mission, they're not sent. Right.
Okay.
So sends is future.
No. Okay, I'm gonna say no.
On mission is present. Sent past. Right. So,
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with my Noda or Mentel. The Bad Batch visit a new planet. I'm gonna say yeah. Hunter goes undercover
episodes.
stealth mode. I think that's all he does is stealth mode. So Wrecker wrecks something, right? Tech says something techie. That's all he can say. Echo has a new attachment. Okay, I said no on the first one. I'm gonna say this is the one where he's like, here, this is my space razor. We could shave our mustaches and people won't recognize who we are. Omega fires her crossbow. I hope so. I think that thing is cool. Someone is killed. I'm still gonna say no. They were pulling the punches on the killing people. I like how you followed on this one up with the stunned one. I'm gonna say someone will be stunned. The Havoc Marauder crashes or is in need of repairs. I'm gonna say they fixed it in the first episode, not the second one. The Bad Batch fighter wrestle with a monster creature. I hope so. I like that.
Let's be honest, Jason. Anita Repairs is a Lucas name for a mechanic. Right?
Anita Repair.
Yeah,
Anita
yeah.
Reparo. Anita Reparo.
Yeah, that's
She's
so
a Jedi.
Lucas-y. Yeah.
My favorite one was I'm gonna die. Remember that one? I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
From the early Clone Wars. The Emperor and or Vader, and Shaggy, who's like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. The Emperor and or Vader appears or is referred to by name. So I'm gonna go no on that one. I think is this the Emperor Vader thing gonna be on almost all of them until it happens?
That's the plan, is to try to leave this same questionnaire for all episodes.
All right. So bounty hunters pursue the batch. Sure. Yeah, I think that would make sense. A clone will talk with them. Yeah, I think Rex is gonna be like, "Hey, how's it going? My name is Rex. How are you guys?" A droid is referred to by name. I'm gonna say no. Still, a light side force user. I'm still gonna say no. Something happens at Mount Tantus. I'm gonna say no. Them just the batch just talking about Mount Tantus or learning of it. We have to like see something happening at Mount Tantus, correct?
Right, at or in. That's right.
Okay. Crosshair talks with the batch. I'm still gonna say they're not talking.
Yep.
And am I able to make it the same as the last one that Omega will say friends?
That's what I said. I said the same thing in both, and I think I'm wrong both times. But hey,
Friends. Okay. All right. I did them. I did my predictions. I'm going to win, and I'm going to jump all up over everyone's
Baymax.
face and be like, Baymax. Who won the last one?
Well, Baymax was at the top. He and Rizman
Okay.
like killed it, and then KG made it just barely beat me. So the three of
What
them
an
were our
award,
winners.
Jason. What an award.
Hey,
Well, hey, you get free Star Wars Santa merch. So I sent them all
What
Star
an
Wars Santa
award,
merch.
Jason.
so you know what? I just realized if we're going with like Star Wars logic here, KG, who's a very nice person from what I can tell, and all
She's great.
accounts, she's fantastic. Her in Star Wars, her name is like literally like Greedo. Her name is KG, like she's KG, like. So in Star Wars, in real life, I think you're great, but in Star Wars,
Santa,
you're a bad guy.
I want a $2 million insurance mug, official Santa mug. I'll buy that. I'll rock that shit on the show.
How has your post Santa come down been? Has it been a relief? Have you been?
Yeah, it has been. It's been
a lot
good.
going on this year, last year, especially on
Holy
the tail
mo-
end.
I think I made more money as Santa Claus this year than I have any other year. It was a really busy season. It was great.
Santa's making it rain.
Well,
Good job.
I'm still only part-timing
Here.
it.
Reindeer.
I was looking at what some of these Santas report as their income. In those 2 months, it's between 20 to 25,000.
Wow,
Not bad for 2 months' work.
that's cool. I gotta I gotta get in the Santa.
What you're
racket.
saying is stop giving him super chats, right? He makes funny
No,
gimmick
not-
as it
Not
is.
me. Not me.
Yeah.
I'm a fraction of that. I'm only doing it part-time because I've got a full-time job. So
Yeah.
not happening for this Santa. But
Does the Easter
other guys.
Bunny like dress up as Santa on the off season because he doesn't get paid much? He gets
Other
eggs,
way around,
right?
dude. It's this Santa dresses up as the Easter Bunny in the off season.
Is that a Santa getting the shit kicked out of him in Mallrats? I got it. I swear to God, if I ever get to draw a comic with Kevin Smith, I want it to be the Santa Mall guy, his story, and how he is actually the Easter Bunny because he needs extra money and he just got the shit kicked out of him by Jay, and then he wants revenge on come Christmas time.
The Easter Bunny,
Yes.
the Easter Bunny from Mallrats is the Easter Bunny that came to my house, and my parents told me to go in my room and not look, and she took off her head, and it was my mom's friend Julie, and that's when I knew it was all a lie, that they didn't know anything, that they were making everything up, and I stopped trusting them entirely. It was that's my villain
You
origin
saying
story.
baby Jesus doesn't lay eggs?
No, I'm saying the Easter Bunny I know is not real for a fact. I can confirm it. Confirmed. Easter Bunny's fake. Santa, I see him here.
He doesn't talk about the competition, Jason. You're just spreading their lies.
I haven't been able to. Debunk that those presents I got as a child were not from Santa.
It's debun, Jason. Yeah, you got to debun the bunny. It's a bunny.
The bunny.
Yeah, you got to debunny. There, I'll make it a little easier.
Night, Nick. All right, everyone. Well, we're gonna call it a show. My plan, if I feel kind of terrible right now, and so my hope is to go to sleep for a bit, relax, maybe play some video games, and then hopefully feel like $1 million late at night tonight. Watch Bad Batch, and come and do a show with my buddy Max and me.
So if Bespin's listening, Bespin needs to come play against you right now because your COVID fog is real, and he could just completely demolish you.
People are saying I'm a COVID savant, and I'm connected. Like I don't got to think, I feel, and I'm like, Yeah, Ahsoka. It now is spelled.
You're a
this way.
COVID disruptor.
Um,
Yeah.
I should go plant the fake story. There's a clone of Ahsoka in this episode, and I was not incorrect. You're dumb.
It's in a Snoka.
Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you find
Ahsoka
the
Tano.
Ahsoka?
Ahsoka
Yeah, yeah.
Tano. Oh man,
Yeah.
it was happening the whole time.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But anyways, yeah, and I'm looking forward to watching Santa's show tomorrow and hearing the results and obviously Santa's reaction. I'm not the world's biggest. I'm not a Bad Batch hater at all. I'm not the world's biggest Bad Batch fan. I'm still like going to watch it and stuff. I'm still like, I'm still in. But I do like experiencing the show through Santa and Meg because they love it so much, and it helps me not take something too seriously to where I ruin my own fun, because that's what we do. It's like at the end of the day, like I don't know, like Young Justice or something, one of those DC shows or whatever. Like I enjoyed them when I just watch them and put them on. I don't treat them as serious as I do the Batman. You know what I mean? So I don't know why I should treat Bad Batch that way. So I try not to, try to just go with it and have a good time. And then if we lived in an era where we weren't getting endless live action television shows and soon films, I would probably be a lot more angry with it. But considering the area that we live in, I'm like, you know what? I could deal with this genre piece, with this my little snob finger, with this genre piece. But yeah. So and make sure everybody subscribes to Star Wars Santa on YouTube. And follow him on Twitter as well if you are on Twitter. Are you at Star Wars Santa? Is that your Twitter handle?
I believe so. I don't,
Okay.
Twitter's
Yeah.
Twitter.
I don't know, Jason. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm here. I'm there. Well, fucking nose. I'm getting old. Oh no.
I will say though, being channel members for Santa and Meg though, they do have my two favorite Star Wars Discords of all time. Like both of their communities together make it where I actually get on Discord every day and just read it. They have good communities on there. So it's good to be a supporter. I mean, obviously support me. I need it. Support me. But Star Wars Santa's show is so good. And that Discord is so nice. And I love it. I love it. And it's nice to have people talking about Star Wars. You know what I mean? And okay, here we go. This is Star Wars Santa's Twitter right there. So follow Santa on the Twitter. It's got an underscore, Star Wars _ Santa. And if you're listening on the podcast, that's at Star Wars _ Santa. And yeah, so follow him there because I think Santa's a good guy, and you should follow his stuff. And yeah, and so I'll see you on Friday. I think by Friday I'll be my normal idiot self and not the COVID idiot.
Famous last words.
I hope
Famous
so.
last words. You just never tell, man.
I will say, I just want everybody to know, if I do die at this point, I think it's hilarious. If I make it all the way to this point and then I do die, I think that's actually pretty funny. So don't feel bad. I'm in on the joke too.
You've got young kids. It's not good. No, don't do that.
You know what? It's part of their origin story. I think I'm a very good dad. I think they kind of got it made in the shade. I think they need give them a little edge, like maybe dad dying right now. No, I'm kidding.
You willed the kids to me, Jason, didn't you? You bastard.
I did. Yeah, you're gonna get COVID. Oh, I didn't tell you.
You've ruined all of our lives, Jason.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Nobody wins.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, your godfather loves Avatar. Just go with it, okay? And don't tell him you fell asleep in 2, okay? Just say you like the whole thing.
I'm letting Fortnite raise him, Jason. I'm not even trying.
Yeah. But okay. So anyways, thanks everybody for this unexpected 2-hour show. And I'll be back hopefully tonight late to do a Bad Batch episode. And you could watch in the morning. You could watch it with. Are you going to do a live watch tomorrow?
I will, but it's going to be later today. I've got to be at the doctor at 5:30 in the morning.
Dude, that's like 2 my time.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, 2:30 a.m. your time. We've got to be at the for check-in, and then her
You're just
surgery is
bored with
scheduled.
cookies, huh, Santa? It takes that long to get all that. They got to be gorgeous, Jason. You know how many
It's
cookies
ridiculous.
that dude eats?
But her surgery is scheduled for like
her
7:50 or something like that.
Okay. I
Like
hope that
really
I hope
early
that,
in the
I hope that works out, man. I am
Yeah,
rooting for
thanks.
you guys, especially and for her.
Yeah,
And
thanks.
one last thing.
So hopefully I'll do the live watch like
Yeah, yeah.
around noon, around my normal time, 9 a.m. your time,
Yeah.
5 p.m. UK. Hopefully, depending on when we get out of post-op and home and she's resting and everything's good.
All right.
Of course, she'll take priority, and then I'll figure out the rest.
Yeah. Don't take a text from Jason. You keep your eye on
Hey,
her.
Santa, when you go to the hospital, do you ever walk in the gift shop and critique their gifts? You know what I mean? Like, just let them know. Like, let them know these aren't that great.
Send a gift. Santa,
just
did you watch Violent Night?
I have not seen that yet. I'm waiting for it to come out on the streaming.
Don't give them ideas, Jason. The last thing we need is a more violent Santa.
I need I need Santa as my Avenger. Okay. Anyways, when you do see it though, I want your review of it. I want to know what you think.
I like the last the sort of violent version with what's his name from William oh shoot. Anyway, they did one.
Yeah.
They did one a year ago with a different dude, and it was entertaining as well.
All right.
Yeah.
I watched it. I didn't love it, but I thought it was really fun. That was a fun movie. Dumb but fun, which is what you would expect. All right, everybody.
Exactly.
We'll see everybody. I'll see everybody tonight, hopefully. If not, I'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, like always. And you can get the show on as a podcast. So if you can't watch the show visually, but if you listen on Spotify, you can watch the show and go to video and back to podcast.
You can see my ghost.
You can see his ghost.
You can see my ghost.
Me. You can see the saliva shooting as I speak. All right, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Just spraying all over us, Jason. Oh, right on the camera.
Look in the corner on your TV. I think I got some right there on the TV. Oh,
it's good.
That's it. I gotta go.
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
You know you should go.
Come on, let's go.
It's not about spaceships.